The last thing we're going to look at in Chapter 2.2 is sorting data to better analyze our data for trends and patterns. So how we're going to do that is select the cells, including the headers, all the way down to row 11. So we're going from A2 to F11. That's going to be our cell range. We're including the data that we want to sort along with our headers for our different categories. We don't want to include the totals row because we want that to stay put where it is. So then I'm going to go up to the Data tab in the ribbon, which is right here. And then I'll click on Sort. This is going to give me a dialog box. Here I can add or delete levels of sorting how I please. So in the first section it says Sort By. Well, what we're going to sort by first is the percent of total. And instead of going from smallest to largest, we're going to go from largest to smallest in the order section. What we want to sort on is the cell values. That's what we want to sort on. So what this sorting option is going to do is it's going to show us the data with the percent totals sorted out, largest to smallest. We're going to add another level to this sorting scheme to sort out the data when there are duplicates in the percent of total. So I'm going to go to Add Level, and then this time I'm going to sort based off last year's spending. Let me just make sure that's actually what I need to do. Yep, last year's spending. And we're going to go from smallest to largest here. I'll say OK, and then my data will be sorted. You can see that the highest category, taxes, had a percent total of 19.5% of the budget, of the total budget. Then we went to household utilities and food. These are pretty mandatory things that we can't really avoid paying for. That's probably why they are the highest percent of total of the total budget. And then we have entertainment, gasoline, insurance, vacation. Those things are pretty fixed, but we can predict them to an extent to be able to control them. And finally, miscellaneous and clothes being the least percent of the total. What I meant earlier about a second level of sorting is that there are duplicates for the percent of total. Here we have 3 8.4s. So how does Excel know to sort that data? Well, we told it to sort it on a second level in terms of last year's spending budget for those categories from least to greatest. So here we see that for gasoline, insurance, and vacation, it's sorted by last year's spending, $1,200 to $1,500 to $2,000. Here is a great way where we can analyze the data more holistically. We can see patterns and trends. We can see that our highest percent of total categories didn't really change. They were at 0. And then we had 11.1% increase in food. Okay, maybe we had to eat more. This was balanced out with a decrease by 11.1% in entertainment. So what we did for our personal budget is we said, hey, if we're going to increase food by 11.1, we better decrease something that's not as critical by the same amount. This is assuming we're making the same amount of money we did this year as we did last year. Same thing went for gasoline and vacation. We knew that we were going to have to spend 25% more on gas. Maybe gas prices went up, or we had to change vehicles to an SUV from a sedan. So we said, oh, okay, because gas prices went up 25%, I have to reduce my vacation spending by the same amount. And then we can see something similar, a very close trade-off between miscellaneous and clothes.